Hello guys, welcome to a countries episode. Last time we left off at the German Civil War. So, what I'm going to do is, what the Germans are going to do is, listening to this, they will make a massive counteroffensive across the land and attempting to recapture the city and warding off the French in the Rhine, along with the Alpine Mountains, right over here. So Germany will sacrifice its Swiss parts, its Swiss land, and in return they will get the defense of the Alpine Mountains. So yeah. But you may be asking me, why isn't the Republic of Italy not doing anything yet? They are. They're planning and they're building up their invasion force. Eventually, after a while, they will invade the south areas, and then trying to avoid a war, if France agrees to give the very southern cities back to Italy, along with their conquested lands and in Switzerland, and to keep the alliance together, as Italy has a claim on this land since they used to be old Roman land. So Italy has a massive monopoly over the Alpine Mountains. So yeah. Anyway, the communists will also support uprisings in other places. The most common area is in the city of Calais, which they'll successfully take from France, but France does not declare war because as it was a referendum. Now, Britain, after mustering up a force, decides to declare war on France in order to unite all the British Isles. After this quick jump scare, they quickly capture the city of Bristol and Cardiff, basically encircling all of Wales. And without Wales, Ireland is quickly to fall too. So the British just knocked out a big player. But France is still holding out in the in Cornwall, but they didn't lost their minds. But Spain's here, giving them financial aid with the Pyrenees mines, along with Italy taking advantage of the many German mines they just seized from Germany. So yeah. Well, another revolution breaks out. This time it's a Czech revolution, as the people of Prague are not very happy, so they decide to break away from Germany. So Czechia is formed, aimed along with several Czech rebellions occurring elsewhere, especially in Hungary. So yeah, many Czechs are very unhappy. So Germany is basically on fire, but they will successfully push back the Republicans in Poland and get a connection with Latvia, which scares Latvia a lot because they're worried that Germany may seek to reconquer Lithuania. The Russification effort of Estonia eventually succeeds, seeing all of Estonia being annexed and all of the religion completely being erased. So yeah, not completely erased. Most of it is in Central Europe, and Russia will also start calling this land. So yeah, Russia is quite dominant in the Eastern world. So there's the Western European, there's the Central European, there's the Northern European, there's the Eastern European, there's the Black Sea European, there's the Balkan European, there's the North African one, there's the Arabian one, and there's the East African religion. So yeah, take a moment real quick while I will fix this. I will fix this land as I forgot to add religion here. So, to my newly made islands. So, I have solved the problem. So, So anyway, after the successful Russification in China, after the successful Russification, Russia now dominates the Black Sea more, which causes Germany to get worried because the Baltic Sea is incredibly dense, and Russia also is fearful of Denmark because they control this key strait, two of the three key straits of the Baltic Sea. There's the one owned by Sweden, there's this one, and then this one. Denmark owns it, aka the communists. So because of it, Russia starts sending aid to Germany to combat this. More accurately, they send aid to the Germans. So eventually, after a while, the communists are able to see success in the north. So Poland, however, is fear of dealing with even worse and worse success. And Russia, in an attempt to reclaim some of its belief land, aka over here, which they believe is rightful Russian land, will do an invasion of Poland. So basically, Poland is being partitioned. Russia will successfully capture most of southern Poland and will push through the north. So along with Hungary seizing claimed lands from Poland that they claimed. So Danubia is not really making a stance yet, though. I will admit that. Since Danubia is not really considered a great power yet, even though they did defeat the Republicans. No, they did not. The Civil War just ended in a stalemate between the Republicans and Danubia. So, after a while of pushing, Poland eventually capitulates. And I'll show you the peace treaty borders right here and right now. Okay, so here's the map of the partition of Poland, basically following the religious lines. So, oh my gosh, there is a minute detail that just annoys me. That was a mistake. Okay, there you go. Oh my god, am I stupid? Okay, finally. Huapow and Huapow. There we go. Now it's all one color. Anyway, the Czech Rebellion, and after pressuring the Germans, will gain their independence. And here is going to be the borders of the Czech Republic. Okay, so there you go. This is the borders of Czechia. So Czechia is ended up being released. So sorry that took me way too long. Embarrassing. So Anyway, the German forces gets rounded up after support and will start pushing back the communists, while the British will finally be able to kick France out of Cornwall. And France ends up having to sue for peace with the British. So the British successfully gained their land. But Spain's there to support and agrees due to international pressure to cede land to France along with one of their 3 key mines. So so France gets most of this land. So after after this, which really annoys is Iberia. But France promises if Iberia fights a war, it will say, I don't know, Carthage, or they will be supported. So yeah, or they seek to continue their colonization efforts. So yeah. After a while, the British are not done yet. They declare war on Doggerland, shockingly. And here's the problem, though. The Doggerland Navy, although mighty and powerful, suffers from one key thing. Norway blocks every single area, and Norway, hating the Red Alliance, and with a fury, blocks their channel. So therefore, it's really hard to get into Doggerland. You have to go all the way across here. So yeah, supply routes are very hard. So yeah. Anyway, after this, the Doggerland Navy, it will start doing short bombardments to counter England. But luckily for Doggerland, and after pressure from Russia and Sweden, which are their allies, as Norway is ending up forced to open the channel. That means supplies are being handed through. But competition have to be given to Norway, so Norway gains the north. But Doggerland still has the claim over the south. So Doggerland will reland the navy in Britain, and will start pushing into Britain. So pushing into Britain until the southern attack pushes them out of Dover and London, and after several British rebels helping them. So yeah. Now it's between the communists and the Germans. So yeah, the Germans are still able to hold steadfast over here, but for the communists, what do the Germans? But who will win? After lots and lots of pushing, the Jutland Peninsula is eventually completely segregated and ends up encircling a ton of garrisons and worrying of a Doggerland invasion as Russia supports Germany. So yeah. Now Doggerland also opens up trade along with Sweden with Germany, supplying them even more weapons. So the communists are mostly kicked out, except for in Netherlands, where they'll start attempting to hold their land. So yeah. After a while, Germany finally pushes, and after a while of back and forth in the war, Germany successfully captures this key major city. Why is it key? Because pay very close attention. It allows supply to pass as to these two cities, instead of them basically being completely isolated from everywhere else. They finally have a trade connection. So after a while, these guys completely get blocked. So therefore, these cities are no longer have a supply route opened. So yeah, and Friesland is captured, but a landing in the Netherlands and in Amsterdam causes the capitulation of the communists. So now it's France versus Germany. Let's see who wins. Place your bets in the comments whether it's going to be the French's massive alliance, or 2, Germany's very small but strong alliance. So after a while of debating, Hungary is agreed to join the war with promises of all of northern lands. So yeah, So they are promised to gain a sea connection through Istria. So because of this, Hungary joins the war and will immediately do a spearhead and all the way down to attempt to cut off communications, but it isn't going to really work because there is I thought there was a trade route once again. So yeah. Anyway, there is a trade route between these two nations. So after a while, Hungary is ending up being pushed back out of the spearhead. So yeah, but Hungary will still retain the city, and they will now do further spearheads down south. So yeah. Germany will, however, lose all of Flanders and Calais. Sorry, not Flanders, Wallonia to France. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, Hungary, after receiving Russian aid, will start pushing even harder against the Republican army, and then eventually they'll spearhead to key major cities along the border. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, along with capturing key major ports. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, Germany, after supporting Hungary, Hungary agrees to cede some of this land. Oh no, that's horrible border. I didn't mean for that. I just meant, okay, so yeah. Anyway, Hungary will be able to gain that, and Hungary will also push into the Alpine mountains, while Zagreb, I'll just call it Croatia. Croatia is able to recapture the southern city and start pushing into core Hungarian lands. So yeah. So yeah. After lots of back and forth, Germany does a massive counteroffensive, pushing all the way to Normandy. You may be wondering, how do they build this massive counteroffensive? Because Russia sends a ton of troops to patch a bunch of fresh Russian troops to help counter France. And after the fall of West, France ends up capitulating. So yeah, a shocking move. Iberia immediately leaves the war after the fall of France, and Zagreb will have a plan. They will attempt to hold out in the mountains like they always do. So Germany will occupy most of the north, along with Hungary occupying most of the south. So yeah, and eventually Zagreb is put out. So yeah, and eventually after spearhead to Zagreb and a shocking end, after that morale greatly drops, and after the fall of the major economic center around what is it called again? Montenegro, they capitulate. So here's going to be the peace treaty. So yeah, this is the borders of the war. As you can see, France is utterly mutilated, and Normandy is completely released, and Croatia is split in two between the Italians and the Balkans by the Hungarian corridor in Istria. So yeah, after this devastating blow, after this devastating blow, new trade routes are being opened up through the Adriatic to counteract this horrible tragedy of them losing land. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. This episode is just going to be a very short one. So goodbye, peace out, and whatever you say. This video is just straight up dedicated to the German Civil War because I believe this is a massive turning point for German turmoil. And so yeah, peace out, whatever you say. Peace out, goodbye, and whatever you say. So yeah.